I'll invite Dr. Frank Kaufmann. Dr.
Good
Frank
morning,
Kaufmann.
Guruji.
Hi, namaste, namaste.
Namaste. Thank you for the opportunity to speak and to be with your important gathering and your illustrious guests. It's a great honor for me. I'm grateful to be in New York. I think I may be one of the luckiest ones on the call because I'm near you, Guruji. And this is an enormous blessing. It affords us the chance to be together more easily, and not only officially, that we can take a walk through the city and I can benefit from your moment-to-moment spirituality, that this is the natural part of life. It's the place where one learns more easily. When we meet formally and in official gatherings, it's usually quite difficult to inherit the blessings of a spiritual leader or a spiritual friend, but it's the moment-to-moment parts of life. That's why smart people are members of religious communities. They come around our spiritual leaders on a day-to-day basis, because this is the way we can catch it gives God easier timing to speak to us when we need to hear what we need to learn. So I thank God that I'm near to you, Guruji. I'm impressed with your constant investment in these events. I have a great deal of skepticism about the Zoomiverse. I think that most people jumped into it without much reflection. I think because we can see one another, people were easily deceived to imagine a togetherness. There is indeed a togetherness, but the physical togetherness can never be replaced, and we need to ponder the subtle differences there. But in your case, you have invested so constantly in gathering us that even here in Zoom, you have created a community of genuine love, of genuine feeling, genuine emotion, genuine presence. And that is a real accomplishment. It's a new form of spirituality, I believe, because we did not expect this to befall us. We've never had this in history before, when we can gather in this flat digital way. And so there must emerge a spirituality that is responsive to our new situation. I'm not quite sure how that will be, but you've gone a long way, Guruji, to responding to this crisis and allowing us to form community somehow. I think everyone on the call can recognize genuine feelings of the heart, genuine feelings of love, genuine feelings of fondness. And that's an achievement. And I think we all have you to thank for that. I don't want to speak long. Maybe I already have. I hope not. But the couple of words I wanted to say is that you're focusing on the spiritual today in this meeting, or you call it a spiritual festival. Spirituality is only one small part of religious life. There's many elements of religious life that involve keeping a community together. To keep a community together also involves a certain form of politics. All religious bodies have politics. All religious bodies have kind of domestic relations and foreign relations. A lot of religious bodies seek to have a relationship with the United Nations. But spirituality is the core of religion. It's the reason why all else about it exists. So if we're interested in interfaith, if we're interested in interreligious relations, we need to know all the different elements of religion that need to be engaged. if we're going to focus just on spirituality, then we should look in our religions to see what part of our spirituality is directly dedicated to making believers better interfaith people. We also need to look at what part of our religious economics, what part of our buildings, what part of our daily schedule, everything that goes into maintaining a religious group, all of that, you can have, maybe one day, Guruji, you can have a meeting called buildings, sacred buildings, or artifacts, or scriptures. It can be anything. Today you've picked spirituality. And our spirituality is meant to orient toward interfaith. How do we get along better? How do we relate to other religions better? So if those are the two things on our mind today, then I would ask all of us in humility and in gratitude to be among you. Let's look at our religions. Let's look at its spirituality, and let's see if we are taking seriously knowing the spirituality of each of our unique religious traditions. How does that help the believers, the Hindus in our church, the Muslims in our masjid, on our Friday meetings, who we meet week to week? How does the spirituality of our community make our fellow believers of our unique and particular religion better as interfaith people? At the end of the day, I believe and hope and pray that interfaith means nothing more than this. How do I help members of other religions? I as a Hindu, I as a Muslim, I as a Jew, I want to know that as a Jew, how do I help believers in other religions? That's my interfaith. As in their religions, not only as other people. Okay, thanks for the chance to say a few words, Guruji.
You brought right points, because interfaith is not easy to bring to the world. A lot of time religious dogmas or the cultural dogmas will play the role. But we are here to bring people together. So thank you, Dr. Frank Kaufmann. I know you did so much for the interreligious community and interfaith community around the globe. You are one of the pioneer, I'll say, in the world, whom I know. Sami Bua was part of it in different events. I know Reverend Moon did a lot of work, and Rabbi Joseph Gerberman did a lot of work. So many of them, and you are one of them. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Before I'm inviting